Hey there, fellow travelers. Today, we're taking a virtual trip to the sunny shores of Cuba to explore Islazul Villa Don Lino, a charming beachfront resort that promises a taste of traditional Cuban hospitality. So grab your imaginary mojito, and let's dive into what this all-inclusive getaway has to offer. Let's start with the accommodations, shall we? Islazul Villa Don Lino boasts 128 rooms spread across a mix of single and two-story bungalows. Now, I'll be honest with you. The details on these rooms are about as elusive as a perfectly rolled cigar. But here's what we do know. Each room comes equipped with that sweet air conditioning to keep you cool in the Cuban heat. As for the rest of the amenities, well, let's just say they're likely to be on the simpler side, in keeping with the hotel's modest 2.5 to 3-star rating. Think of it as a chance to embrace the laid-back Cuban lifestyle. Who needs fancy gadgets when you've got a beautiful beach at your doorstep, right? Speaking of that beautiful beach, let's talk about the outdoor attractions that make Islazul Villa Don Lino shine. The resort sits pretty on Playa Don Lino, a sandy stretch that's cozied up right next to the famous Playa Blanca. Picture yourself lounging on the warm sand, the sound of gentle waves in your ears, and a refreshing sea breeze keeping you comfortable. And when you're ready to cool off, you've got options. There's an outdoor swimming pool where you can take a refreshing dip, and for the little ones, there's even a separate children's pool. Now, I can't tell you exactly how big these pools are. Let's just say they're big enough for a splash, but probably not Olympic-sized. For the more adventurous types, the all-inclusive plan includes non-motorized water sports. So whether you fancy yourself a budding kayaker or want to try your hand at windsurfing, you've got some fun options to keep you entertained on the water. Now, let's talk about everyone's favorite part of any vacation, the food. Islazul Villa Don Lino operates on an all-inclusive basis, which means you can eat and drink to your heart's content without worrying about the bill. The main restaurant serves up buffet-style meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. While we don't have specifics on the menu, you can expect a mix of Cuban favorites and international dishes. Between meals, there are snacks available to keep those hunger pangs at bay. And let's not forget about the drinks. The all-inclusive plan includes 24-hour access to both alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages. So whether you're in the mood for a morning coffee, an afternoon piña colada, or a midnight Cuba Libre, they've got you covered. Just remember, folks, pace yourselves. We want you to enjoy your vacation, not spend it nursing a hangover. When it comes to activities, Islazul Villa Don Lino has a few tricks up its sleeve to keep you entertained. Fancy yourself as a bit of a cowboy or cowgirl? Well, saddle up, partner, because horseback riding is on the menu. It's a great way to explore the beautiful Cuban countryside and pretend you're in a Wild West movie, just with more palm trees and less tumbleweeds. If you prefer your activities a bit more fast-paced, there's a tennis court where you can challenge your travel buddy to a match. Just don't let the competitive spirit ruin your vacation, okay? For those who like to explore on two wheels, bicycle rentals are available. It's a great way to get some exercise and discover the local area at your own pace. And when the sun goes down, the resort offers entertainment programs to keep the fun going into the evening. While we don't have specifics on what these entail, I'm willing to bet there's some salsa dancing involved. It is Cuba, after all. Now, I know what you're thinking, but what about relaxation? Well, my friends, while Islazul Villa Don Lino might not have a fancy spa with aromatherapy and hot stone massages, it does have something even better. A beautiful beach where you can truly unwind. Picture yourself stretched out on a lounger, the sound of waves lapping at the shore, a good book in one hand and a cool drink in the other. That's the kind of natural therapy that no spa treatment can beat. And if you're feeling a bit more active, remember those non-motorized water sports we mentioned earlier? A gentle paddle in a kayak or a leisurely snorkel session can be just as relaxing as any massage. For those of you traveling with little ones, I've got some good news and some, well, let's call it opportunity for family bonding news. While Islazul Villa Don Lino doesn't advertise a dedicated kids club or extensive children's facilities, they do have that children's pool we mentioned earlier. It's the perfect spot for the kiddos to splash around and make new friends. As for other activities, this is where that family bonding comes in. The beach is a natural playground where kids can build sandcastles, collect seashells, and dip their toes in the ocean. The bicycle rentals could be a great family activity. Just make sure you bring along some training wheels if needed. And don't forget about those evening entertainment programs. While we don't know the specifics, there's a good chance they include some family-friendly options. Who knows? You might discover your child is a natural at the Cuban conga line. When it comes to nearby attractions, Islazul Villa Don Lino's location in the Holguin province of Cuba puts you in a prime spot to explore some of the country's natural and cultural wonders. While we don't have specific details on attractions right next door to the resort, the area is known for its beautiful beaches, so beach hopping could definitely be on your agenda. The nearby town of Jabara, known as the White Town by the Sea, is worth a visit for its colonial architecture and laid-back charm. And if you're up for a bit of a drive, the city of Holguin itself is about an hour away. Here, you can explore Plaza Calixto Garcia, the heart of the city, or climb up to the Loma de la Cruz for panoramic views. Nature lovers might want to check out Bahia de Naranjo Natural Park, home to an aquarium and dolphinarium. Just remember, folks, Cuba operates a bit differently from many tourist destinations, so it's always a good idea to check with a hotel staff or a local guide about the best way to visit these attractions. Now let's talk about the overall experience at Islazul Villa Don Lino. This resort is what I'd call a no-frills, good times kind of place. It's not going to wow you with luxury, amenities, or cutting-edge technology. But that's not why you come to Cuba, is it? You come for the beautiful beaches, the warm hospitality, and the chance to experience a slice of authentic Cuban life. And in that respect, Islazul Villa Don Lino delivers. The all-inclusive setup means you can relax without worrying about your budget, and the beachfront location is hard to beat. The simple accommodations might not be everyone's cup of tea, or should I say glass of rum, but they provide a comfortable base for your Cuban adventure. That being said, it's important to manage your expectations. This is a 2.5 to 3-star property, so don't expect 5-star luxury. The food, while plentiful, might not win any Michelin stars. And if you're someone who needs constant high-speed Wi-Fi and top-of-the-line amenities, you might find yourself a bit out of your comfort zone. But if you're open to embracing the laid-back Cuban lifestyle, going with the flow, and focusing on the natural beauty around you, you're likely to have a fantastic time. So, what makes Islazul Villa Don Lino stand out from the crowd? Well, it's all about location, location, location. The resort's position right on Playa Don Lino, next to the famous Playa Blanca, is a major selling point. It's the kind of place where you can step out of your room and have your toes in the sand within minutes. The all-inclusive setup is another big plus, especially for travelers who like to know their costs up front. And let's not forget about the history. This place has been welcoming guests since 1983, so they've had plenty of time to perfect their brand of Cuban hospitality. When it comes to events and conferences, Islazul Villa Don Lino keeps things pretty low-key. While they don't advertise extensive meeting facilities, the resort could be a good option for small, informal gatherings or team-building retreats. Just imagine brainstorming sessions on the beach or team dinners under the stars. Now that's what I call a productive meeting. For checking booking availability and prices at your desired dates, you can use the link in description. I hope this video was helpful. Give it thumbs up. Subscribe for more travel-related content. If you are not ready to book this hotel, you can watch our best hotels playlist and choose the best one for you. Thanks for watching.